The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
And we back with another episode of the Shed Talk, man. And I got a special guest with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Kai.
And let them know a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am an inspiring cosmetologist.
Okay.
Master cosmetologist.
Okay.
I plan to have my own spa.
That's hard.
Like just the one-stop and shop. You know, hair,
Okay.
nails, facials, all that.
Okay. And what inspired that?
Well, what inspired me? Nobody in my family does it, so like I just want it to be different. Like you know, break the cycle.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. I mean, so when was it like? At what point was it that you were like, that's something I wanted to do?
Well,
Was it like a certain age, or was it like you got to a certain point in school, or was it?
it's weird how it happened because like I honestly didn't like doing hair.
See,
No,
boy.
I didn't. And like people will always ask me.
That's a
like,
lot of
"Oh,
responsibility.
yeah."
Boy, you fuck somebody hair up. Come on now.
Like, and you know they relying on you. You know,
Right,
so it's just
right.
like fun.
Fact.
Like
Yeah.
you know, but like people just ask me to do their hair, and I start like finding out I was good at it. I was,
Okay.
you know, I'm just like okay. So like, I just wanted to go to school for it,
Okay.
and you know, I've been in school ever since September.
Okay. That's
I
what's
graduate
up.
in October.
Okay.
So,
Hey, we gotta give you that. Hey, we gotta give you that. It's coming soon. Hey, so
very
you
much so,
coming soon.
very much.
So you said you want to set up a salon, do more like a one-stop shop. Once you get to that point, is it something else that you want to accomplish after that?
Oh yes, most certainly. I want to have my own product line. Like I also make
That's
lip
hard.
gloss too.
That-
Yeah.
That's hard. Now I
Yeah.
do remember. I do remember
sure.
that. I do remember
Yeah.
that. Okay. So
That's
you still
coming soon.
cooking with that?
Yes,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
But I want to like put all that into like one, and I
Okay.
want to make conditioner, shampoo, like growth oil. You know,
Okay.
because I'm more of like what I call a natural hairstylist. Like I want
We need more natural
Yes.
products, natural everything. That's
very
what we
much,
need.
yes. But I feel like we need more of that because like the
Right.
wigs and stuff, it's cute.
No, we ain't
Very
dissing
cute.
nobody.
Yeah,
like
no,
we
no,
ain't
no.
dissing nobody,
No,
of course.
Very cute.
Right.
But I just feel like at the same time, it's all about what's under it as well.
That's facts.
Like,
I
you know?
mean, at the end of the day, when you wake up, it's got to come to a point where you got to take off that wig.
Yeah.
You got to take that wig off. Nah, I'm being real. Like,
No,
for
for
real.
real.
Even if your man say he like it, I'm going to be real with y'all. Like, it's going to be a point in time he going to want you to take that motherfucker off. So let's not get too comfortable with it. But, okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So I wanted to talk to you about something, and we spoke about it prior, to getting on in here, but change. With change comes, a lot of different thoughts, to mind. But when I say change, what I'm meaning is, a personal change, a change to better oneself, a change to grow, especially for people like you and I, in our generation, but people like that look like us as well. What do you think is necessary for us to, make a huge change, with these next 5 years going into, eventually 2030? As time goes and we grow and it gets to that point, we getting ready to hit 30 in 5 years. You know what I mean? So,
5.
like,
Feel like
30.
2 more months.
And I know people gonna be like, man, y'all young in here. Like, shit, I'm looking at it like,
Boy, I feel like I was just 19 yesterday.
right. And I'm feeling pressure of like, I'm 40. Like, I gotta, and people think I'm crazy.
I
And maybe, and again, I think that's just our generation because I've been feeling like I was behind the 8 ball ever since I came out. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And it just feels like for us, we have seen so much, so much in the world in general, just craziness. But then personally, within our own communities, we've seen so much change.
Yeah.
We've seen it go from really good times to really bad times. And we're at a, stalemate now where it's just like we on the fence. It's either in these next 5 years we elevate, or in these next 5 years people gonna really, plummet and go to a place that maybe they don't want to be or never expected themselves to be.
Right.
So
Like a dark place.
yeah, a really, messed up place. So I double back to say, I say all that to say this. What do you think is necessary, for one to make a change in themselves? Where do they start at?
You have to know the definition of change.
Facts.
You have to know like what to get out of it as well. Like for instance, like are you changing most importantly for you or because somebody else? Like,
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Nah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But I feel like you just gotta know the meaning of change and you gotta want it like for like the better. Like you said, in
That's
5
big.
years we'll be 30.
Now, yeah, that's big. I think understanding number one, why you doing it, but then more importantly, understanding that it has to be done like you have to really want it because, like you said, there's not putting a time limit. And I brought up 5 years because again, just us hitting 30, but again, just realizing that time moves quickly. To say in essence, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and so
certainly
being like time needs to really, be something that you take serious. And like you said, I think giving yourself that wake up call and that realization, I think that helps. Absolutely. Absolutely. For me personally though, I think to start with change and to, have that change happen, it has to, really be something like you said, it has to be personal, but you also have to be serious about the changes, like the pre-changes you have to make before the change actually starts.
right.
So, like, meaning you have to change your, minor habits, things that maybe other people don't see, but you do that. It's not, like it's not proactive to helping you grow. And I think starting there is somewhere, for me personally, that I've had to, start and realize that even though I saw other people doing, great things and they reap success, and by making changes this way, I had to realize like I couldn't go about it that way, and I had to learn my own way. And that was, kind of leads me to my next point, realizing that change happens different for everybody. And, in a time where everybody's like, I want to, do something now, like it's so quick to, want to have a result. I had to realize like my change is happening every day, and it might be over 5-10 years as opposed to somebody's in 6 months.
Right. Most
So
definitely.
and so for
You're
me,
right.
that's why I had to really, what I'm saying, like teach myself to be patient with it and understand that. But with your experience in life, what are some of the things that you've had, ran into with that, with making that change? Were you ever fought, when trying to make a change, whether from friends, family, has it been a more positive outlook? What has that experience been for you?
Hmm. It's been like you got some people who respect it,
Okay.
and you got some people who just like they don't get it because they don't know what change is.
Right. Them,
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna, man. Yeah,
but
yeah.
you get me.
I get you.
But the people, and that's why I said it's two different people, and the people on the right, they ain't gonna be there no more because
Facts. No, that's facts.
they don't belong there.
They're right.
I feel like if people understand your change,
Mhm.
like they need to go with you. Like
Right.
they're evolving,
And they'll adapt. I think being able to adapt and compromise is big. Like in that situation, if they love you, number one, if they care for you, and they see that you're making a change, whether they know or whether they agree with it fully, but just to see that you're committing to something that is different, to seeing you do things a different way as opposed to what they're used to, I think they should just be able to support that. So, like you said, being those few things, if they're able to give you that, then for sure, those are the individuals you want around you, for sure, when you make that change.
Right.
Man. But moving on to something a little bit more, it's a little bit funny, but no. But I want to talk about it. Because I want to talk about it. Blue.
What?
Blueface and Krishan, aka toxic relationships, man. What is your take on that whole thing? Nah. We are not running from that because we know good and damn well We know people like that on a personal level
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Man, how you feel about number one, their situation, but then also just toxic relationships in general? Shed some light on that for me.
First of all, Blueface, that nigga, like, he just like regular niggas. I'm not saying every nigga, but you know, there's
That's real. Like you can see
Yeah.
that when you walk outside
Like,
your door.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, but it's a shame though. Like, they're in entertainment, like in the life, like, you know, and it's pretty fucked up how he did that girl, because like
Man.
he was all up her ass, and now he like fuck her, and you know, it be like that. That's, you know, we see that shit every day, but it's wrong. Like, and to see, like, I guess, like, relating to the girl, like, the shit sucks, and it's just like, it's really niggas out there like that.
I agree with you for sure. I agree with you. I also want to do question though, like why? Like why would she stick around, or did she stick around as long as she has? Like from a female perspective, please shed some light. And please be
Okay,
real,
I'm gonna be
cause
honest.
I'm
Okay.
like I'm really
Nah,
lost, man. Cause
I'ma
that
be
girl
honest.
was really like, not to say she's not beautiful, gorgeous, inside or out right now. My point in saying it's just like she's a totally different person.
Oh yes,
You know what I'm saying? And she went through some situations and experiences that she didn't necessarily have to in life.
relationships will change you, like physically,
Facts.
like emotionally, like
Facts.
all of that. But I feel like what we like get so stuck on is history, and like sometimes that shit don't matter. Like, let's be honest, like,
Time,
yeah.
motherfuckers be like, when we put in
yeah.
10 years, them years
Man,
was
them
shit.
shitty ass years. Man, fuck them years.
Oh, hey,
Man.
I didn't never get that. I didn't get that.
Yeah, but you know, at some point, like, you have to like sit down and be like, hell no, like, I'm not accepting this.
Right.
And I feel like that's where Krishan is. Like, she just like, you know what, fuck this. And I don't know if you seen, but like, she been out with a whole bunch of
I did
celebrities.
see she was just with Glorilla.
Yeah,
I did see
Cardi
she was just,
B,
I didn't
like,
see that though.
She been with motherfuckers, like, you know,
trying to pop her shit and build
right,
a brand.
exactly. And she pregnant, you know.
That's the other thing too. That's the
I
other
can't
thing.
speak on that, you know.
Right. Of course.
I can't speak on that, you know. So I don't know, but like, as far as like heartbreak and like being so attached to him, and like just watching, like, I don't know if you watch Baddies.
I saw a couple. Yeah,
He
like
be with her on there, like he be
I
on
did
TV
see like
with her
going
and
to the
shit.
club and
like,
shit.
Yeah.
I did see some of that on the
So
little
it's just
clips.
like,
Yeah.
you be with this girl and now you publicly like embarrassing her. Like,
Yeah.
that's weird, you know. And but it be like that. But I hope that she learned from this. You know, I hope they can co-parent, because I definitely feel like we need more co-parent situations.
Yeah.
But I give it to our generation. I feel like, you know, we got some great parents, like, in our generation, like, and they make that shit work. Like, they
Facts.
had their kids.
Yes,
like, you
facts,
know,
facts.
I can say that about our
Even though it
generation
might
for
not
sure.
be traditional dynamic,
Yeah.
we still
Yeah,
make it work.
for sure.
And the kids still know who love them. They know who their
Right.
mom are, their dad are, and their
Exactly.
present. And
Right.
that's what I can say with our generation. Even though the situation, there's a lot of like fucked up shit that happened with them, I still think on the next phase, both of them and their stories and selves could go different ways, and the child still be cool and be good.
Yeah, for sure.
And honestly, I really think that her career probably about to blow up. I ain't even gonna cap to you. I really think, hey.
She finna shit on him, like, no, for real. And that's what you gotta do. Sometimes, for real.
Tell her.
Sometimes you gotta shit on these niggas, for real. You really do. Like,
Hey, that's facts.
You, like, it's kind of bad to say, but sometimes you really gotta pop your shit, because Blueface really underestimated her, like, and he feel like he made her, and like,
I get that whole vibe. I get that whole vibe.
You know,
I get that
and
vibe.
that's how, like, that's how it is sometimes.
Right.
Like, and it's just like, no, like, you know, you gave me a little bit of knowledge, you know, thank you.
Facts.
It's no bad blood, but like,
Facts.
you know, like, I just feel like him personally, he a childish ass boy, you know, and he just got money, and that's like, you know, money is everything when you
lack intelligence.
Yeah.
That
we
right
go,
there.
Queen.
Nah, that right
For
there.
sure.
Hey, I knew exactly where you was going with that
Yeah.
because it's so many people who got millions and them motherfuckers couldn't even tell you the last thing they spent their shit on
Right, exactly.
or the price they spent for it.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. Like they just, you know.
That dumb shit. But I will say, when you say he thought he made her, and rest in peace to the great Tina Turner. Bruh. Hey, nah, chill. But no.
Where are you going with this?
What I'm saying, what I'm saying is, man, is literally Ike thought he made Tina, and look at what she did after this, man.
Right.
Like they call her the queen of rock and roll. Do you know what rock? Like, come on, you know how them people feel about their music,
boy.
and to give a black woman that title,
That's incredible.
that cements it. You know what I'm saying? And have her in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that's huge. So. Like you said, when you say she gonna shit on him, I can't see that forecast. I could definitely see that forecast.
I feel like
I
that's
could.
when a woman really finally realizes, you know, like I can do this shit by myself.
Right.
Because I feel like at some point, like in life, you feel like you need somebody, but like in reality, you really don't. Like, let's be real. Like,
Nah, you right. I mean, I really think the whole essence of you coming to this world alone, I mean, you coming that way for a reason.
Right.
Let's
exactly.
just be honest.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I think we all have to stand on our 10 toes and, you know, come to a point at life, whether it be a situation that make us realize it and get to that point, or we just have learned that through somebody teaching us. You got to really learn how to be self-sufficient. Because if you lean on people nowadays, man, woman,
You ain't going no motherfucking where. Like,
man, you gonna find your ass in a ditch shit quick.
You know, and like I can speak from experience. Like, you know, like just growing up, like you want to become a woman and you want to live that fairy tale like with a man and you want to, but that shit is in fairy tales for a reason.
Hey, it's you got the Disney Channel rich, boy.
Trying to tell you.
Hey, I don't know why, man. I don't know why in the hell we believed a lot of that. I mean, I know why, because the shit was good. They spent hella money to make it look that way and portray it like that. But it's just fucked up, man, that we go through life and, like, we get through situations and we like, damn, man, like, we really thought it was supposed to end this way. And then when we finally realize, like, that's not life. That is a hard, like, gut punch. Like, damn.
If you would have told me even 4 years ago that I would be, like, I'd be like, hell no. Like, I'd be, like, I thought I was going to be, like, I ain't think I was gonna be where I am right now. Basically, like
shit, me neither. You know what I'm saying? Shit, me neither. I'm looking at it like, oh man, like I'm really at this point where I done did this and that, and you know I might have dibbled in that and that, but I had this whole outlook like I was supposed to be cemented in something else, and now I'm looking back like, you know, ain't it crazy as hell what we think we supposed to do in life? But then I think on the flip side, the people who like doing something. And then they had that moment where they've done it for so long, and then they're like, and they got to look back and be like, did I even really like this? Or is this the life I even gave a fuck about?
Right, yeah.
I don't think I would want to find myself in that situation. I would rather take what I've been given right now and appreciate these experiences as opposed to that, though. Because I don't know, man. Like, I think this journey that I'm on and other people like yourself and other individuals, you know what I'm saying, that I've talked to, being able to figure out life for what it is and, you know, how it best suits us, but also how it allows us to be best to, you know, operate, you know, in this universe amongst others. Mm-hmm. I think being able to live and learn to find that is what has allowed me to be as, you know what I'm saying, as centered as I have been.
Oh, yeah.
Because for the longest, when somebody else was telling me or guiding me in some other way, or I had some external force leading me, that shit was, man, I was fucked up.
One ear and out the other.
Man, I was right. And I always knew it didn't feel right, but I was just like, shit, I don't know nothing else.
Right.
Until I started to really apply myself, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
sometimes you really got to get up and just do different shit. Like,
man,
you really got to
speak on it. That's facts. That's facts.
You definitely do. Like, sometimes you just got to, I say go with the flow, like,
right.
Because honestly, like, I feel like people feel like you have to work an actual 9 to 5, like, every day and not chase your dreams.
I gotta give you
Like,
that. Facts.
yeah, like, and I feel like, people who are stuck, I'm not saying nothing is wrong with it, but
Nah, absolutely.
I feel like you're in a routine and like you're not seeing anything else but that. Like,
Right.
so I feel like sometimes you need time to yourself. And
You
I
do.
mean, like, perfect your craft. Like, think of something, do something you love.
Right.
Like,
Start with something that might be fun to you or something.
right,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Something that like brings you peace, something that like calms you.
You said the word peace.
Yes.
If it brings you peace and you enjoy it, why not, give yourself time to indulge in it a little bit more.
Right.
Especially if it ain't no bullshit and it's something productive.
Right, exactly. And then like if people really fuck with it, like, yeah.
That's
hard. Like,
Nah, that is. But I do understand that a lot of people, it is hard to really take that gamble only because they feel as though the support won't be there. And we know, you and me both know through our experiences that is the case. Sometimes people are not gonna support you. Like, that is the case most times. A lot of people not gonna support you. Everybody's not going to support you.
right. People who you think gonna support you 9 times out of 10,
That
like,
part.
they not gonna support you.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that's where you gotta be strong minded. Like, you can't really care, because I feel like if you sit and dwell on it, like, that's what you're gonna be doing, sitting and dwelling on it, and it's just like you're not making any progress.
At
so
all.
it's just like,
At all.
fuck what they think. Basically, that's how you really gotta view.
You gotta break
life.
I think
Like,
you really gotta break that first wall. Like, that is your first obstacle. Say fuck what anybody thinks. Do what you really inspired to want to do.
right.
I think that
Exactly.
really is the first step. And then, once you get past that, then it goes on to, those other things. But me personally, man, I through experience, it had to be that. Because again, like you just said, I did not expect myself to be where I am right now. And that took me having to look in the mirror and be like, okay, you're not that. You're not that. And it's
Right.
hard for a motherfucker to tell himself he's not this something. But you got to be real with yourself. You're not this. This is not you. This is not something that you might be good at something, but that doesn't mean that's what you're supposed to do.
Right. Exactly.
And
like,
go ahead.
basically what you saying, like, if you good at it, like, but I feel like you have to look at it like as being, like we said earlier, bringing you peace.
Right.
Like, if you having a bad day, or like, a long day,
like that.
and you can go and just do what you love, like, I
Right.
feel like you should pursue that.
Facts.
Make it a career. Like, you can make money off that.
The monetary part too that's last. Like, that's the end result. That's what
Yeah.
a lot of people like. You bring that up, and I'm glad you bring it up, because like, people think that's first in the equation. But like you said, being able to have this moment of self and like really have this awakening and being like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and starting when saying, okay, fuck everybody else or screw anybody else that's not supporting me. I think that needs to be the beginning. And then again, the monetary value comes at the end, and in between is, it's different, for everybody else. But just crazy that you just laid that out like that. Because now that I'm thinking about it, if we, doing an equation, that really is how it should be. But nowadays, of course, with social media and with the influence of everything else, people, tend to, always show you the how I got here. The top of the mountain. They don't show you the whole.
Oh, yeah. I feel like because social media, I feel like you allowed to show that, but at the same time, people don't like to show their weaknesses.
And
like,
that's some fuck shit.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, nah, because let's
Yeah.
be real, man. Everybody has weaknesses, and a lot of us, or everybody's going to have similar weaknesses.
Right.
Some people gonna have the same, other people might have different ones, but like, we all have similar weaknesses. And so for me personally, I think like being able to be honest about that, you don't have to put everything out there.
Right.
Of course, but being honest to an extent about your journey and that authenticity of it, I think that is what solidifies you to be real,
Right.
to be hard.
Exactly. And I feel like you never know who you can inspire. Like,
That's the big part.
Like, yeah,
Like, how you gonna take that away and not give somebody inspiration?
right. I just feel like people. It's more of a pride thing. Like, I feel like
True.
people have so much pride these days, and that's not a good thing to have. Like pride can like set you back. Like,
A long ways to the
yeah,
point where you not even realizing the blessings that you got in front of you.
right,
And
exactly.
other
Yeah,
people
facts.
that's gonna help you elevate
Right,
because you elevating them.
right.
That putting other people first. Like we talk about being selfish. Being selfish is important
Yes,
because you have to learn yourself. You have to learn, how you operate, how you do things. But then once you grow and get to that next level, I think it's like, okay, how am I able to be selfless? You know what I'm saying? I know myself. I know what I can take. I know what I need to flourish and go on day in and day out, to be selfless. Now it's like, how do I put these other people in positions? How can I step back or allow, use something that I may have to help somebody else that doesn't have this? And I think that's what us as a community right now, that's what I think we need. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Most importantly. And
like,
even when we was talking about locally, like that's perfect. Like exactly that. Not having nobody that wants to do that. I think that's what's kind of like stunting our growth. And we see other, communities growing and they reaping the benefit faster than we ever have.
right, exactly. And I feel like that's why we all have to come together in a sense. Like,
Facts.
I feel like at times, I'm not saying everybody, but like everybody have big egos. Like, but sometimes you really have to listen to people, and even like me,
Yeah.
like I still struggle with it. Like sometimes, like I'd be like, damn, I should have listened to such and such.
Right.
Like
Right.
before, I could have avoided all this, but I feel like sometimes you don't get it unless you really go through it. And I mean, like I said, it could have saved you a little, but I feel like when you go through it, like you understand it more. It's more self-explanatory.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
That's facts. I I think if we all again we figure out ourselves, and in step two, we are now able to be like, okay, I know myself well enough to be able to help my neighbor, be able to help the other person.
Right.
Now we can flourish.
Right.
And then once we get to that point, honestly, like moving forward from that, that's when we'll be able to start to do those things, those great things we all aspire to do. A lot of the things we talk about and, at home with our friends and family. But I don't know, man. I think though with everything, that has occurred up until this point right now, I wanted to get your take also on something else as well.
Yes.
Something less toxic than, Blueface and
Yeah,
Krishan.
okay. Okay.
But just, moving forward as an individual, who has a set of aspirations and dreams. When you do fail, because on this journey we all fail,
Most
where do you go from there? What has your experience been with that?
mm, I feel like it's all about this. This what like made me want to change
Okay.
is I feel like when you hear certain people like constantly say the same thing like over and over about yourself, like basically what I'm trying to say is reality check. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Facts.
that's the word. Like sometimes you really need a reality check. Like
We do. We do.
and I feel like I've had one. Like sometimes like I just been like, damn, like so like I really got to do this. Like, this is a part of, like, a grown-up life. Like,
Man,
like,
that
yeah.
boy. That was me. When you
Yeah.
hit that age where they're like, you gotta be on your own health insurance.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mama, how I fill these papers out? What I'm supposed to say to these people?
Hey man, we laugh. We laugh. You got hold on one second. Hello.
Let me come on.
we talk about this shit, man, and we laugh, and it's just crazy though, cause like, man, these folks really had us in school learning all this shit, but not learning about being a real person, like a real adult in this world.
Right,
Man, that
exactly.
shit's so
Like
crazy
we is
to
not
me.
using that fucking pi square, equal square shit. Like, what the fuck? And I used to have to sit at the table all night and do my homework.
Man,
like,
and I got in trouble if I didn't do well enough on this
Right,
bullshit.
like,
And I'm not even using it.
Right,
Motherfucker, are you
exactly.
using it? Man,
Right. Like, I feel like, but I do know, like the newer generation coming up, they do teach them like about taxes and stuff. Like,
that's clutch.
you
I
know,
like that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
I feel like I wish we should have had that, you know, because sometimes I be looking at the like 1099 form and shit.
Man.
I just feel like single 10000.
And you don't know what you just hoping by God, them motherfuckers don't see you no mail, letter in the mail from the IRS.
Yeah, boy.
Man, I got that
hope
mail.
I get some money back on my taxes.
That boy, I got that mail preview thing. Anytime I see a letter and it show IRS, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get home and check the mail. Let me hurry up and make sure they don't say I owe them something.
Oh boy,
Cause
they be on your ass, boy.
and it's crazy because we take we take advantage. I mean, we take for granted the advantages like of being intelligent. Because think about them fools out there who allowing people to do their taxes. Hey, look, man, I know you know somebody. I know a couple people. So we all
Next topic, please. Please, next topic.
She said they about to come get us now. No, why the hell we talking about next topic? Oh, let me ask you, why the hell do we allow ourselves to do each other wrong like that, man?
Hey,
like for real. And
you gotta get it how you live. I mean, it's not right. I'm not saying it's right.
So you don't condone the buffoonery that is.
No, I don't. But I'm just saying, like, you know, hell, like, some people just smart. They know how to finesse. And, like, you just got finessed, and you just gonna have to suck it up. And
God damn.
Boy, I done been scammed before. Like, I'm just.
Man, but you know what? Like, we to go back to your point. Had we had these tax classes, we wouldn't even have to worry about this shit, man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit, man.
It blows my mind, like, people who really know how to do that shit. Like, it's just like, how did you learn this? And, like, it's just so many numbers. And, like, you know, I feel like instead of, like, math and stuff, like, we should have been learning that.
No, for sure. Man, in high school, it should have been learning, okay, basic algebra, maybe, you know, your statistics, because that's important for data and stuff like that, facts, all that. But then when you start getting into the equations and that have numbers and squares and subsections
and the P and the
that's when we need to stop. Let's pivot and go to these damn taxes. Let's go to the bank forms, how to fill out, how to, you know what I'm saying, how to fill that out, set up a bank account first and foremost. But then how to know how to properly bank, what is a overdraft fee.
Yeah,
you know,
and how to save, most importantly. I feel like that's
gotta give you that.
Yeah,
facts.
I feel like we should have like learned all about that. Like instead of, like you said, the crazy math shit.
Right.
Like I feel like we would have turned out better. Like our generation would have, like, we would be owning shit. Like, not saying that we don't right now, but like we would know a lot more than
I
know
get
right
what you're
now.
saying.
Yeah.
We damn sure gonna get that money.
Oh,
we gonna get the money.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
For
thing.
sure.
We gonna get the motherfucking money.
It's just about how we make it last and what we do with it.
And how we properly make sure it's
Right.
legitimized so niggas ain't coming back on the back end fucking us up.
Right, exactly. And like making sure that we can pass it on to the next generation,
Right.
so on and so
Right.
forth. Yeah.
And that's a part of that. That's exactly that. I mean, like you said, I wish it was back like how it was maybe like in those 20s or 30s where you had the Black Wall Streets and stuff, because to be able to, you know what I'm saying, go and support a business, you know, with an individual who looks like you and do business with them and know wholeheartedly they got your back and you can trust them to do good business with you. That's what I think, you know, we really miss, man. And I think we should get back to. you know what I'm saying, as a people, but then also as a whole damn country, man, because it's out of whack, man. Like,
Boy,
for real.
the world has changed drastically.
And why that shit have to do it when we get here? Motherfucking apartments, 3 bedrooms, 700. Now we get here, 1,800, 2,000
$2
for
million, the fuck, like,
and you living in the back of the back.
And then you gotta have a certain amount of income. You can't make
3
this.
times.
You gotta make less of this. Like,
Come on,
you either
man.
make too much or you make too less. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And man, you wanna know what's the biggest scam? Car insurance.
Hey, if I
Car
tell you who,
motherfucking
let me
insurance.
tell you who the biggest. Nah, we gonna have to bleep this out. Let me tell you who the biggest hoe is. Progressive. Fuck Flow. Man, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Expensive as fuck.
Man, one little incident, ain't no forgiveness, ain't no nothing. I'm talking about you're done.
Yeah.
And they make sure everybody else knows that you're like the worst driver in the world when that is not the case.
Even when it comes like down to like the ticket situation, like, bruh, do you know I try to
Don't even get.
I try to sign up for fucking Instacart. They talking about I got too many speeding tickets and
Oh, they done hit you off with that?
boy,
Oh,
like,
that's
stay
cold.
out of my business. This don't got nothing to do with me delivering people groceries. Like,
see, I think the only reason they didn't come for my neck like that is I think because I renewed it with that new bullshit of a rate they gave me.
oh,
Because I could not find anything else. Like, I mean, I searched day and night for somebody else to be like, all right, we can get you a little bit, like $10 cheaper. I couldn't get nobody to. Like, they really made me look like on that insurance market. Like, I was just, he get in that car, he gonna.
oh yeah, for
Boy,
sure, boy.
Pile up on
Yeah,
285.
that's how they make it seem, even in court. No, you know what I really hate? Like when you going into court and like people get to hear what you did and shit.
Oh man, why they? That's the part of the embarrassment trip. I part of the. So you mean to tell me you ran 3 stop signs? You were going 95 and a 25, and you almost hit 3 kids.
And you drunk a beer.
Like,
I drunk 1 beer.
Right.
What the fuck?
So you had a whole 6-pack in.
Right.
Damn, then you
Like,
raise it again. You just cut it down by half.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Hey, look, I was talking with a couple folks the other day, and I was like, it's getting to the point now where I feel like, I'm going to just say this, and I ain't dissing Steve Harvey. Shout out to you, Steve. Steve Harvey got a judge show. Like Joe Brown. No, I'm for real, cuz. I am no lie to you. Like, I don't even think he a real judge. And we could publicly look this up, so if anybody can do y'all own research, but I just... Look, I really think that shit is. I don't think you can really. I don't think that's real. I really don't. Like, I don't think he's a real judge. But the fact that he has a show, to me, is like we really taking all this shit for a game
already
now.
Been Googling this shit, so
They have. See,
people really want to know.
It's the see?
It says no. Steve Harvey isn't a real judge, and he does not have a law degree. Like,
Okay, so first we have a president like such. Now we getting folks that get judge shows that's not really judges or have no even law degree.
fuck it, I'm running for president.
Man, come on, go ahead. I'm voting for you. Shit,
Vote
fuck
for
it.
me, please.
Okay, go ahead. Give us a
Please,
little bit of the speech. Give us an
okay,
example
so,
right here.
What I'm gonna do is everybody who want food stamps, they can get food stamps.
Okay.
And like, but you just don't be selling them, man. Don't be selling them for money, niggas.
Hey, nigga said he need a new 11s, man. Fuck that.
Man, you stupid.
Nigga said they dropped, man. He gotta get them off, man.
No, man, no. I feel like that we would be able to get more like funds if we use them the correct way.
I do.
Like, and
I
no
do.
dissing. Like even
facts.
myself.
That's
like,
real.
you
That's
know,
real.
I just feel like sometimes we misuse our resources.
We do.
Or like we overly use them. Yeah, like like we said earlier about change. Like you gotta be willing to like change and like be accustomed to something different.
That
like,
is true.
You know,
Even though it might feel like, you know what I'm saying? We all know it feel good to have a safety net. We all know it feel good to know that you're going to have this coming in on this date and that date.
right?
And knowing that you can, you know what I'm saying, get this taken care of by these funds. But like you just said, being able to make changes that help you progress to a new level of feeling. Like imagine if you feel comfortable with this now, okay, elevate, get to a new level. You're going to start to feel comfortable with that and continue to elevate and you continue to grow from there. You see what I'm saying? My
Right.
point in saying
Yeah.
that is like you have to continue to challenge yourself to new heights because everything that you think is great now, somebody else is living a totally different life and they have seen and been where you've been and they're living now a totally different life and they too are like, man, shit, I'm trying to get to that next level. And there's somebody that's living like them and they like, shit, I was like that. I'm at this level now, but then they like, I'm trying to get to that. So we got to continue to elevate, and that's
Right,
the only way
exactly.
we'll continue to be our best selves.
Right.
I mean,
For
just
sure.
my opinion.
That's facts. Like it's all about elevation. Like
You got to.
yeah, change and elevation. That's the word.
That's
Yeah.
it. You got to.
Yeah.
You got to. Hey, and stop letting motherfuckers do your damn taxes.
Yeah.
You.
And stop selling them food stamps.
Hey man, you coming for these niggas next? I hope whoever's selling them damn food stamps don't watch this, cause they about to be
They on my
mad
ass.
as hell.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like they just make it hard. Like you know.
Nah,
like,
that's it. It was a time. Nah, real talk. There was a time where like I got denied for some shit because like it was during the pandemic. Nigga was fucked up. Jobs was
right,
bullshit.
and
You
got
had to.
motherfuckers out here like, damn, we want some too.
Yeah,
Calm me
shit
down,
was
fuck.
Nigga, I want them goddamn cinnamon toast crunch on my refrigerator top too.
Some goddamn steaks. The fuck.
Nigga got a whole New York strip in his freezer, nigga. Come on, bro. We ain't talking like they got a cube steak in that bitch.
I'm eating hot dogs and shit. Noodles.
Man,
and
I gotta
shit.
put weenies in my goddamn noodles, boy. Come on, man.
I'm dead. Yeah.
Man, not bad. Look, I will say one thing. If we are smart enough to know how to exploit a motherfucking system, we smart enough to make the change and find a system that works for us.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? To make us money so where we don't even need to worry about them. Because anytime you playing with the government, let's just keep it hot, you gonna get got.
Oh yeah,
like,
for
for real.
sure.
Like-
They may not get you now. They coming later. And I like that.
Tell
hard
them again,
way.
please tell
They
them.
may not get you now, but they coming for your ass later.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. Because, hey, I see too many people, man. Too many motherfuckers be like, dog, I thought I had him, man. But you know what I'm saying? Then this happened. Dog, you really thought you was about to outrun these dudes who
I
come
feel like the world is getting well, not the world. I feel like police are getting smarter. Like, you know, and I just learned that from watching like crime shows and stuff like that. Like they only getting smarter and like technology is only getting like
it's helping them advance their
Right,
the way that
exactly.
they get smart, the rate of speed in which they get
right.
smarter.
They solving cases from like the 1980s.
Man, what?
Yeah.
What? You said that, and I just saw somebody got a case solved. This old ass man from like 1930 something, who like he committed murders then when he was in his 20s. They just not, and he dead now, but they just not able to convict.
A lot.
Just not able to convict him, and it's like these young detectives and stuff that did it because of technology.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, like you said, you had all these people, you know, who was department spending money on these cases. I mean, time on time, and can't find shit. And now
it's like within a blink of an eye. Like it's crazy how the world is really evolving.
it is.
Like,
Even man, them people downtown in Atlanta was rioting about that emergency complex thing or something downtown. Basically, like where you train emergency services at, and like the police and stuff like that, where they go do their training at.
oh, okay.
And so they looked at it like, okay, they took funds from like mental health things, and you know, like they took funds from things like that to help build this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I say all this to say, the reason why I believe they approved that is exactly what we're talking about now. Like, they need as many young individuals to get in there that are as open minded and as friendly with this technology as possible.
Oh yeah.
Because them old motherfuckers,
Yeah,
you
they
ain't
don't
getting
know.
them old fat cops
Yeah.
that eat donuts no more.
Right.
Them niggas that don't know how to work their walkie talkie or
no.
reload a gun.
They in the nursing home somewhere.
Gone.
To be honest.
Or they off the force somewhere on a farm somewhere.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
living their
just-
motherfucking best life.
Right. So you got the motherfuckers in class that was in the back of the room, goddamn with the hoodie on all day, and these niggas that was tech genius, them niggas that's the police now.
Oh yeah.
Them
For sure.
niggas that's the
You
police.
ain't lying. For real.
Whether they on the street or they in that CSI room working the cameras, bro, they you getting caught.
Oh yeah,
You know
for
what I'm saying?
sure. Like the police, like, and I feel like at times, like we can overly share things on social media that'll get us a little, you know,
Facts.
like the smallest shit, like they can pull up, and it's so crazy, like. They can pull up anything. That's why, like, sometimes, like, I be like, oh shit, like,
Yo.
let me not say this and that because boy,
'Cause
like,
that's-
no, have you saw the Hall County crime page? Like,
No.
'cause,
Hey, I can only imagine.
cause I've been on there, so boy,
Woo.
yeah, like
Woo.
them folks really put your business out there like that, like, yeah, like
Yeah.
I feel like the world is like what happened to HIPAA, like, you know,
Ain't no damn here, but you commit this crime, your face gonna be on the goddamn gangs for times. Now, wherever times you from, whatever city, your ass gonna be in that
like,
paper.
bruh, like that
Online
really
or
just-
anything, yeah.
Yeah, like you just out there, like, and I just feel like you gotta watch and say what you do, like.
What really woke me up to that is when I saw this video where somebody had basically like purchased something online, got it from like Facebook Marketplace, and this is why I don't use Facebook Marketplace, you know, like as often as I probably should, because they purchased something online, like, you know, a camera or something. Oh no, it was a iPod. That's when iPods still, you know, motherfuckers still use the iPod that had the camera. They purchased the iPod. Somebody took pictures and stuff and all that. Cops was able to trace to where it was, got out that information. They asked the person and brought them in. They said, hey, you know, do you have this iPod? They said, no, I don't have this iPod at all, man. I ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't da-da-da-da. They were like, look, man, if somebody sold this to you, we're not going to fault you, but we need to know who sold it to you so, you know what I'm saying, we're going about your business. Nah, I ain't sell it. Man, they done pulled up, bro, a whole photo gallery. I'm talking about,
Damn.
I'm talking about them pics and all. They was like, sir,
Not
is
the
this,
pic.
they said, sir, is this you? Is this not you? Just to prove the point, like, bro, we know you did, like.
Boy, what the fuck?
So, and again, this was.
I bet he didn't even know what to say. Like,
No, he was flabbergasted. And they just sitting this next one. He just keep hitting the keys. And he just like, bro, these obviously your pictures. So,
damn.
and this was a couple years back. So I knew then when I saw that, and I'm like, okay, so you mean to tell me even if I just go like purchase something off eBay or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I purchased something, that shit could have been stolen. And
Oh,
now,
yeah.
Nick, like, they able to hack into the shit and literally take pictures of you while your camera is locked, or
Yeah,
you think your
like-
phone off.
Yeah.
Like, that shit
That's
crazy to
crazy
me.
as fuck.
It
Like,
is.
People are really that smart to know how to like tweak shit.
And they got
it's
the
just-
power to do that, too. That's the
Boy.
other part. That's what tripped me out.
Boy, that's the most scariest shit
That-
ever though. Like, you really gotta sit and like really try to, boy.
Think about what power like, for somebody to be able to take pictures of you through a camera and then be able to show it to you as proof and be like, we know you got
I'm
this
still
shit.
thinking about that shit. Like, I don't like, like, what the fuck?
Come on.
That's me.
That, like, and man, and again, like you said, folks be on Facebook just giving it away sometimes.
Yeah.
Man, with the videos, boy,
Yeah,
the
sometimes.
lives.
Yeah, sometimes you really like. You gotta watch what you say, and it's crazy because even if you delete it, it's really not deleted.
That shit ain't
Like,
gone,
yeah,
man.
like-
It's in a fucking bin somewhere where they just could easily go, the right people.
Right, can pull that shit right back up. And not only that, like, you got people who just so like on social media like that, like one screenshot can like yeah, boy, like
if we had an ability to see how many people screenshot our shit,
Oh yeah, we would
you'd
know.
be weirded the fuck out.
Yeah, but
People wouldn't use the app. That's why they don't let us see shit like that.
Right, exactly. You know what? I never thought of it
That's
like that.
why, because
I never thought
you know
of it
how
like
many
that,
of them motherfuckers you would be like, hey, hold up, wait, what?
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like yeah.
That's why niggas don't like TikTok, where you go on somebody's profile and it show you they.
I ain't gonna lie. I do be looking at I be like, what the hell? Like what the fuck? You know, like where this
even
person
if you
find me
right,
from?
even
Like,
if you act, yep.
It be like damn people from out of the work, like the country and shit, like
that's what I'm saying,
Afghanistan type shit. Like
nigga,
I don't know you,
dude. I ain't never ever seen you.
What the fuck?
That is not Abdul from the stove. Man, look, man. I just think we gotta be very, and then we gonna cap it off with this, man. AI, that technology. If we as black people don't wake up and realize that we have to be very smart using the first computer we have, which is our motherfucking brain.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
If we don't use our brain,
for sure,
man, it's getting to the point where we cannot do anything without being monitored. Everything is tracked, everything is traced. Meaning
literally,
there's an algorithm for everything. Meaning even your success, even the rate at which people depend on which you get paid.
Facts.
Them companies might say, oh, well, the algorithm says they're not worth this anymore because the majority of them only show up at work 50% of the time. Right. And now they say that they able to use that as a right to pay us less. Some bullshit.
And not only that, like they using robots.
There you go. Or they're able to just completely sub your ass out and say, yeah, let's just go ahead and get rid of you.
Right, exactly.
So we got to start really being mindful of like ourselves and what we got going on, you know what I'm saying, as far as individuals. Number one, like you said earlier, being selfish starts there. And then once we realize what it is that we want for ourselves and who we are, now going on to, as we said, that change and being able to grow and being able to elevate and now being able to educate yourself and opening yourself up to other things that will allow you to be equipped for this world, because it's getting scary as fuck out here.
Boy,
on all surfaces, like for real.
You got to be on your P's and Q's for real, because like you just never know.
Nah, you don't.
And you got to keep the blicky on.
You got to keep this, man. And I ain't even talking about That's facts. We ain't even talking about no beef, no smoke. It's niggas that just running into the grocery store lighting your ass up, bro.
What the fuck? It's crazy.
Road rage. Lady got shot in the foot, y'all, over in Lawrenceville on 316 for just literally following too close, quote unquote, behind somebody. They felt she was following too close and end up,
And they shot her in the foot?
Let off once in the car. She drove off to get away from them. They followed her all the way off to her exit. I think it was exit 9 on 316.
Oh, hell no.
And they end up spraying that shit down. That's when they hit her in the foot.
Oh, damn. That's crazy. Like, you know, it's crazy that you gotta keep your gun on you, but it's like, you just gotta face reality.
It
like,
is what it
is.
Shit's
happening.
It is, right.
You gotta be prepared, because you just never fucking know.
You rather have it than not have it.
Right,
in all cases. That's just the way I man, come on. Right. Come on. So, hey, look, I ain't got nothing else to say for him, cuz. You got anything?
I ain't got much more to say.
Man, I appreciate you coming in and dropping that knowledge on them for sure.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And, giving me some knowledge as well.
Hey, of course, anytime. Hey, look, y'all, please, if you haven't already, be sure to follow her. Go ahead and give them your socials.
My Instagram is Almighty Kai.
Okay.
My hair page is BeYOUtiful Hair. BeYOUU _hair. Yeah, follow me if you want,
And I'll make sure to include that, as well in the description and on the video as well. But make sure y'all follow her for updates, man. Genuine individual and some hot shit for all of y'all who need to get your natural hair work done. That's everybody, because we all got natural hair.
Edges,
Get it nice and right.
Yeah.
Tell them get it nice and right. That's facts. Well, shit. I ain't got nothing else for y'all. It's all peace, love, and positivity. We out, y'all.